Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. It's everybody's favorite headphone dent news reporter, Ryan, coming straight at you with this week's old school RuneScape update. This week we have the Rat King boss Scaras, which is a mid-level boss to introduce people to new aspects of PVM, preferably the learners, of course, and we're going to cover that update today and more in this week's episode of Rune News. But before we start, the Winter Summit came out last week. And it was a lot of content. We had the, the Tears of Guthix quest, while Guthix sleeps. We got the Rat Boss tonight. We have Valimor updates, Defender of Varrock, Sailing, and much more. I want to know which piece of content from the Winter Summit was your favorite, which one you're most excited for. Leave that in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe while you're down there if you haven't already. Unless you've got a small cock, then you're not welcome. My name is Ryan, and you're watching Rune News. This week's Old School RuneScape update brings us Scaras the Rat King. 3 weeks in a row now, Jagex has absolutely smashed the update so far for 2024. And good news for you as well, if you're watching this video on release within the first hour or two of this video being released, go to my channel down below. I will be live at this boss right now, possibly killing it, and you can come by and enjoy the fun too. Check out the boss if you want to learn the mechanics or have a go yourself. I'm going to be there live only for a couple of hours, and then more of that content tomorrow. About 24 hours from this video's recording. So don't go to Twitch where you'll be littered with adverts and watching cucks get fucked by the company they stream for. Stay here on YouTube, advert-free content, Scaras the Rat King boss. Let's have a look at the update. We're not going to watch the video because, well, I don't have my audio set up and I can't be fucked fixing it for this video. So just assume it's good content and move on. Basically, killing the rat boss is going to be the best way to train melee combats over Nightmare Zone and Crabs 299, but it's going to require some attention rather than AFKing. The bonus is that you get decent armor out of it, you get decent drops, and the weapons you get, which is these three items here, sorry, I'm in the way. You get a bow, you mix that with a U short bow, a battle staff, and then I believe a rune mace. And I think these, if I remember correctly, these double the experience you get in combat and also add 10 max hit to your weapon, only against rat opponents or like rat monsters, which is so far just this boss, Brian Rats and little rats everywhere. So hopefully more in the future. You'll be able to use these weapons elsewhere, but at the moment these are designed purely for mid-level people, or mid-level players, sorry, to practice bossing, get used to mechanics of prey switching and gear switching, and also for those that want to train combat and earn a bit of money on the side. Now, if you do get extra parts from the rat, like this is obviously different bone pieces, if you get dupes, you can trade them in as well for XP lamps. I believe the rat bone bow, staff, and mace, if you have extras, you can trade them into the Historian Aldo outside Scaras' lair, and you'll get 5k XP in any combat skill except for prayer, which would be 3,500 XP. And the fact that they let you do prayer XP at all is fucking awesome. That is huge. So this is a good way to start training to 99 and making some money. This is going to be big for not only the mid-game content, but Ironman development as well. This is honestly looking like a really big update to the game. It might not be massive because like, oh, it's not end-game content. It doesn't need to be end-game content to be good content for the game. It's worth keeping that in mind. This changes the game and the way you develop your character from the mid even into the late game dramatically, and it's got a pet. So the Scaras Rat King boss is looking awesome, and hopefully I'll see you in the live stream where we test it out. Winter Summit video looks good. Joining a clan, this is about the servers, the forums shutting down, I believe, so we don't care about this shit either. Oh yeah, the Vile Well blood runes. So a lot of people lost their, they lost 100 blood runes per charge in the wells when they updated the scythe last week. Basically, that's ultimate Ironman behavior, and you deserve to fucking suffer. Fuck you. Jagex is looking to reverse these changes so you can get your blood runes back, but honestly, if you're leaving charges in the well, you've got fucking problems, because that's, again, ultimate Ironman behavior, so fuck you. Moving on, we got the Trailblazer Reloaded survey, which I'm not going to fill out because I don't care, and LMS is back on the Osworld, so I can go get my rune pouch comfortably. Bunch of merch here that we're not going to advertise because no, and that is it this week for Old School RuneScape Update News. Thank you very much. See you guys in about 30 seconds time for the Grand Exchange update, sorry, because there's a lot of money for you guys to be made right now in Old School RuneScape. every week, just before we dive into the Grand Exchange update, I bring you guys an exclusive RuneScape 3 update, just so you guys know exactly how the game is doing, what the updates are changing in the game, and if it is still nothing but utter fucking dog shit. Now, I received a great idea from a viewer last week that I could just copy-paste the RuneScape 3 segment from every video and slide it into the videos of Rune News, and you guys might be none the wiser. You wouldn't have a fucking clue if you're watching the same RuneScape 3 segment every week, because at the end of the day, you're all here for one thing and one thing only, and that is for me to tell you that once again, for the 50,000th week in a fucking row, that RuneScape 3, it's fucking dog shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for this week. My name is Wade Green, and the mole slippers are on the fucking rise. They're the biggest rise of the week, and can you blame them? Rune News is back in full force 2024. This is a lie. 773k is incorrect. They're actually at around the 900k mark, creeping on 1 mil, and we can hit over 3 mil this time. I guarantee it. So make sure you buy your mole slippers. Notice how it is the starting trend of a triangle slash pyramid. This is not a pyramid scheme for legal reasons. If you're watching JMods, I'm not investing in mole slippers, I can guarantee that, but just imagine for a second, bear with me, pretend I'm sitting here at the top. Everyone else investing in mole slippers is going to be further down this, this triangle figure we've got going on here. Now, you want to be as close to the top as possible, which means you should be investing today in mole slippers and becoming a rich cunt tomorrow. So buy your mole slippers and tell your friends and profit off of their misfortunes because they didn't get in as early as you did. Mole slippers at 700k today and 30 mil by the end of the year, or unsubscribe to this channel. My name is Wade Green, and that's the biggest rise for the week. Now, this week's biggest loss is the Light Bearer. Now, this is actually good news for a lot of the player base because the Light Bearer being low on value means that you can grab one earlier as a mid-game player who's about to take on the Rat King. The Light Bearer is the best ring in the game, easily the most versatile because you can get more specs out as much as you want, which is great for all sorts of content, provided you have a spec weapon as low as the Dragon Defender. So grab yourself a Light Bearer if you've got a bit of spare cash. This will take you places. Good money, good value, good time. Now, the most expensive item of the week is the Third Age Pickaxe, currently going for about 10 billion GP off the Grand Exchange, of course. Now, until one is actually sold for 10 bill, I'm not going to believe it. You can say it's worth 10 bill all you want, but until you make a sale, it ain't worth shit. It's not being sold on the Grand Exchange currently because people value it more than the 2.1 bill, which is fair. But until you're making a 10 bill sale, which I'd love to see, by the way, no, it's not worth 10 bill. Now, the reason people are speculating this price is high is because BTC's had his account banned, which had a bank value of 1 trillion GP, and that had a lot of Third Age pickaxes on it, which means a lot were deleted from the game. Now, the reality is that regardless of gender, regardless of that fact, the point is BTC's real traded, he's got a small cock, and that's it for Rune News this week for the Grand Exchange segment. My name is Wade Green. Have a good night. Now, we have a little bit of a special announcement for this week's Ironman Moments because, well, Blueberry Bucko got 2 decent drops, and I figured, why not? Let's put them both in there because I'm just feeling fucking generous for once. So he got the Leviathan's Lure at KC 141, and 2 KC later got a Virtus Road Bottom. So it's not nothing major, nothing huge, but still great. 2 great drops within 2 KC. Can't complain about that one. Next up, we have Oomph, who is well known within the Discord community as a racist, anti-Semite, and just overall degenerate piece of shit, getting his quest cape last week. Congratulations. Too bad you can't take a decent screenshot to save your life, hence why it looks like oversized garbage. And finally, to wrap things up, we've got Hex here with a pretty decent cockslog. He got the, I think it was Ancestral Robe Bottoms, or Robe Tops, Robe Top. And that's his cockslog as well. It's pretty decent. Just over 400k. So you got the pet, 2 mega res, no T-bow, and just a shit ton of purples. Better log than I've got myself. And congratulations to Hex. And thank you everyone for watching Rune News this week. I'll be live in about 30 seconds time, hopefully, from you watching this video with the new Rat King boss to test out the mechanics. And then I'm going to play some Power World because that shit's fun as fuck. Have a good night, everyone. Peace. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.